Hello, and welcome to my electronic portfolio. My name is Kendra Larson, and I will be your tour guide today. I wanted to take this opportunity to explain the contents of my portfolio and how they relate first to the School of Library and Information Management's Master of Library Science program, and second, to my career. For your information going forward, I will refer to the school by its acronym, SLIM. So on to my portfolio. I created my portfolio using Digication, so you can find it either in Digication's searchable directory, or if you know the link like I do, you can go directly to it. When coming to my portfolio online, visitors arrive immediately on my introduction page, where they are greeted by my smile and a short synopsis of my education, work, and experience, and how they are all part of my journey to become a librarian. Briefly put, I've wanted to be a librarian since working as a library assistant when I was an undergraduate student. After graduating with a BA in history, I spent some time working before returning to graduate school several years later. While I was working, I did learn several skills that will translate well and be valuable in my library career. And then there's a portion about my time at SLIM, how it has taught me more specific library-related skills and practices, which I am excited to take into the job field with me. The rest of this portfolio is explanatory of the things I have learned at SLIM to prepare for this career. It can be navigated from the top menu bar right here. The first section after the introduction is Program Outcomes. Having arrived on this page, we can see a left-hand menu with 8 links, each titled one of the program outcomes or goals achieved through the SLIM Masters program. In the interest of time, we will not be viewing them all today, but we will start at the top with Foundations of the Profession. When you click on the outcome title, it takes you to a new page where at the top, bracketed by colorful cross-section of my textbooks, you can read the outcome and what it entails. So this one entails the ability to articulate a philosophy of ethical and client-centered information services for the library and information profession. Below this description are my reflections on the stated goal and a link to an artifact that I created in one of my classes that support this outcome. In this case, I reflect on how at the very first class meeting of my time at SLIM, we learned what ties librarians and other information workers together as a profession. My first semester was key in helping me develop my own professional philosophy. If you click on the artifact title, a new window will open in which you can view my artifact. This one is a blog I wrote over the course of my first semester, and at the end of the final entry, which is the first one that pops up, dated May 10th, 2013, you can read my professional philosophy. That's right here. It includes commitment to service, access, and ethical standards. Returning to our original window, we can proceed to the next outcome. Information resources. It has the same format with the outcome stated, my reflections, and an artifact link as did the first. In fact, they're all set up this way. In this case, the artifact link will actually open a new page within my portfolio. This page contains only the artifact itself, right down here in a PDF, which if you want to see full screen, you can click on the full screen, and it will produce it there. Along with the artifact, there's a very brief explanation of the course and assignment for which it was produced. Many of the pages in my portfolio are linked to each other. This is a reflection of the fact that outcomes and values and courses and artifacts are all tied together. They complement each other and give context to the SLIM experience as a whole. Let's return to our original window and move on to professional values. As with the program outcomes, there is a left-hand menu listing the 4 values. These values are the foundation for librarians to build on in order to strengthen the profession. The pages for the values are set up similarly to those for the outcomes. The value is presented at the top, right here, service, and followed by my reflections. In this case, I muse on the fact that good patron experiences begin with collection development and continue through many processes before they come to the face-to-face that we provide. Beneath that reflection is a link to the artifact, an artifact that demonstrates my commitment to the value. Again, the link takes you out to another page in my portfolio in a different window. Now that we've looked at some of my thoughts on the program outcomes and professional values, let's move to the next tab, which is courses. As this page explains, I believe that knowing the context of what I was studying gives more meaning to my artifacts and the outcomes they support. Most of the courses I have taken at SLIM are listed in the left-hand menu. They are in numerical order rather than the order in which I took the course. So if we click on one of them, let's look at LI 802. Each course is described as to the purpose of the course and some particulars about topics we studied. They're under theory base. And then an artifact from this class is listed and explained. And clicking on the artifact title will take you to the artifact. In this case, it's a Pathfinder created by myself and 3 other ladies who I worked with in a group. The artifact is followed by skills that were practiced, in this case analyzing the usefulness of resources. And finally, there's a link to one of the outcomes or professional values supported by this course and the coursework. Again, taking you to another page of my portfolio. There really is a symbiosis between all the portions of this portfolio. They come together to give a larger picture of my commitment to and readiness for a library career. Returning to the courses, we can click on any one of the courses and see that it has the same format. Here, an introduction to archives. There's a course purpose. We studied how to develop and maintain an archive. I did a site visit at the UCCS University Archives, which was practice using and evaluating an unfamiliar collection. And then there's the program outcome 2, which is information resources, which we actually have previously visited. Moving again along the top menu, the next section is artifacts. I won't spend much time on this section because we have already seen the layout of an artifact page. I'll just say that I listed them here on their own outside of their courses and outcomes for quick access and for making linking to them easier. They're listed in the left-hand menu by the title of the assignment. So after artifacts comes my resume. This is my current resume. It's very standard and self-explanatory. Since I have not worked in a library for several years, I used a skills-based resume rather than an experience one. As I said, very self-explanatory. The final link in our menu bar is the contact page. Here I encourage feedback and provide a form for sending me an email. I believe that feedback will help me make this a better portfolio. Thank you for joining me for this tour of my electronic portfolio. I hope you have come to better understand my views on how SLIM's Master of Library Science program has prepared me to be a professional librarian.